Today's question comes from James in Alabama. James writes, I'm in an embarrassing situation. I'm 36 years old and I'm a hoarder. I have over $50,000 invested into video games, comics, and toys. This is consuming the home that my mother and I live in, which is making her unhappy. I have about $15,000 in debt and earn about $35,000 a year. I'm really starting to wake up after watching your show, and I've been thinking about selling 99% of my stuff and living a simpler life. I just feel lost in the process, and I have trouble letting things go. How can I change my mindset about these things I've collected? Whew, this is tough. Dave, this is one of those challenges that people start trying to solve the immediate problem right in front of them, and you can do that. But something that is going on in James' life, I'm going to guess, is deep-seated, that he needs to go do some hard work. He's 36, still living at home. He's packed up stuff. He's running and hiding. This is a person who's very anxious and has probably got some childhood trauma that he's dealing with. So when I feel people get in this situation, I just can't break free. I can't break. This person needs to go sit down and talk to somebody.
So the hoarding is the symptom, not the problem.
Correct. Right. It is usually a response.
It almost always is, actually.
Some sort of anxiousness or trauma response, yeah. I've had some stuff go on, and I just start collecting, and I don't want to let go because I might need it. It's preparatory, and all of a sudden you look up and you can't move in your home, right? And this guy's
distinguish for me, because I've got this friend who might be a little bit OCD, and he's got collections of things. I have a collection of water skis. I have a collection of wine. I have a collection of guns. I have a collection of whatever, right? And those things are things I got drawn into, and usually the community around them and that they represent, and or the memory or something. And so I just enjoyed the process, and they sometimes, not all of them, but some things run their course. Like I used to buy a lot more guns than I buy now, but I'm kind of full, so I haven't bought a bunch of guns. I don't buy anywhere near the volume I used to. So I kind of ran its course, so to speak. But what's the difference in a collector and a hoarder?
I would suggest a collector is somebody, like you said, that has a good community. This is something you do. This is something you enjoy. That thing that you're buying doesn't own you. Right?
Okay.
And so I get a paycheck. I can't not go buy this thing. Like, it's an addiction.
I see.
Right?
Okay.
And if I said, if Sharon came to you and said, we have to sell some of these guns, your initial response is, I can't do that.
Oh, I see.
Not an intellectual argument, not a well, why would we do that? It's I can't part with this. And so you can look at somebody's house who's a hoarder and say, throw it away. Mm-hmm. You're asking them to peel back layers of security walls that they've built, literally.
I see. Okay.
And so this starts with, man,
there's even a difference between someone who's a very aggressive, because I can remember like times I've been in a zone, like I got on a hunt for that thing.
Yeah.
Because to complete the collection.
You're a hunter. Yes.
You know, and I enjoyed that part of it, but that's different than I can't live without it spiritually.
And you also did it differently when you had resources and finances and when you didn't.
Oh, yeah. It's a very, very small percentage of the world.
Of your net worth, right.
Yeah,
it's not like you made...
Okay, I'm feeling better because I was kind of worried.
Well, if you ever need to unload some of your wine or guns or bourbon, holler at me, and I know a guy. But, so James, here's the thing. I want you to reach out to a friend, reach out to a pastor in your community that you trust, a counselor. Reach out to somebody and say, I'm ready to get well. And this is going to be hard, and you're going to have some stuff you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to go back and revisit some stuff that's going on in your life. But the fact that you're ready is so good, man. It's hard to get people here.
It feels like if he were to come up under this and start getting well, the result would be the release of these things. It can
be that you just start shedding stuff.
It wouldn't be as much of a tearing.
Right.
It feels like right now there'd be a ripping sound, a tearing sound.
And when that happens is what happens. You'll find somewhere else to plug this. So you can hire a crew to come clean your house out, throw everything away, and that addiction will just jump to something else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the problem is still under there.
That's right.
Somewhere.
That's right.
So.
But good for you, James.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. I've bought real estate from people that were hoarders.
Yes.
And tremendous problem even getting inside to see the house on the inside. The shame from a true hoarder, someone who's really dealing with a psychological issue to that. Yeah. The shame around it is unbelievable.
You just called something that's important. A lot of people think I'm a hoarder, And then you go to somebody's home who's a true hoarder, and you go, I'm not
trash.
that.
It's
right?
completely. I mean, stuff
Magazines
smells
to the ceiling.
Smells bad.
That's
Always
right,
smells bad. It's always nasty. It's
animals. It's different.
It's gross. It's
different.
so gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought houses like that, and we had to, entire dumpsters outside after the, maybe even the hoarder had passed away, and we borrowed it from the estate and gone in and cleaned it out. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mind blowing when you go in there.
So anytime you're about identity change, it starts with looking in the mirror and saying, I'm worth more than this. And let's start the healing there. But good for you, James. I'm proud of you, brother.
Yeah, very good stuff. Very good
It's good,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, that's very smart to recognize that. And here's the other thing he did really good that I think is a sign for his healing is he put numbers around this, and he started recognizing they were out of balance because he put them in the email.
He did two things that were great.
I make 35, I got 50, and I owe 15.
Yep.
I heard the three numbers.
And I want to sell 99% of this stuff. So he did two things. He put numbers around it, and he took full responsibility.
Yeah.
He didn't say, I have this because of this. He said,
Yeah.
This is on me, and I got to make some changes. Where do I start?
Yeah.
And this starts with saying stuff out loud to somebody else.
But still, once even though that's a really good first rung on the ladder, he's still got to get up under it. Otherwise, it's going to his parts of his he are going to leave. He needs to detach from the heart before the stuff leaves.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's a great way to put that.
Wow.
This isn't a matter of just throwing stuff away.
And in America, we've all got, just about everybody's got stuffitis of some kind. If I get that, I'll be happy if I could just get that car. I'll be happy if I could buy those jeans.
Billions and billions of dollars that we have in storage. What is it, billion square foot of storage space?
Yeah, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, we spend more on storing stuff than most countries' GDP.
Bonkers, man.
Stuff that we don't use.
Yeah.
We're the only country in the world that when someone moves, they have a box labeled seldom used kitchen items. Yeah, it's like, I'll be happy when I get that thing from Ronco.
That's the big difference.
The 2 sets of knives.
Can you be happy without that gun? Can you be happy without that car? Would it be cool and nice? Of course it would. Will I still be worth being loved if I don't have that? Yes.
Yeah, I quit buying cars for other people a long time ago.
That's
one of the things going broke. I still got really nice cars. Again, I got really nice cars, but they're for me.
Ooh, I love that.
Just because I like driving it. And I don't really care whether you like it or not, because I like it.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing than I used to do
that.
in my 20s. Whole different thing.